I've been expecting you. Here we are. Alright. Is that all I have?
What about me wanting a tiny face on my face?
So this video is going to be about selling on Depop, and this is my office/Depop space. But before I can do anything in this room, we gotta get it looking a little better. We need to handle the current situation. So, cue the montage. Alright, so everything is kind of straightened up. This is my desk situation. I do like her to be full of all the things that make me happy. I've got my pink rug that I dyed. Those are all my files. Door, that outfit makes me happy. And then things that I use on a daily basis, mailing stuff, painting stuff. These are my wigs. These are all things that are for sale on my Depop. And I made this rack. And yeah, the other side of this room is my roommate's stuff. We share this office, so I'm not going to show that side too much. But yeah, there she is. Now we can get started with the real business. Okay, so one of the first things I do when I'm going to take pictures for Depop, this is my lovely model. I hang her from the door. Sentences you never thought you would say. I got a bunch of these mannequins, actually. They're just like half mannequins. And I got a bunch of them when a store in my local mall was closing down, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them for about, I DIY'd this one, obviously. I got 4 of them for like $20. They're perfect because the reason I was selling a lot of these clothes is because they don't fit me anymore. So how am I gonna like accurately model them when they're too small? So they ended up being perfect. And this way, my photos are all very My photos are all very consistent, and when you have a shot page, you want like a consistent kind of vibe where all of your, you know, pictures are shot from the same angles and with the same lighting. It just, consistency sells. Like, it's just a good, like, professional thing to do. If you go and look at my older Depop posts, they get, I don't know, you can see the progression. The first thing I do is make sure that I have as much light as possible. Boom. Oregon. There she is. And then also these lights. So I've got 3 light bulbs in here. 2 of these light bulbs are LifeX light bulbs, which I freaking love. And you just open your app like this. It's connected to your Wi-Fi. And here we are. This is my Depop room. And I have 2 lights in here. So I'm actually going to turn it to a cooler light for both of these, so that I have a more accurate representation. This mimics like daylight, like bright daylight, whereas the lights I had on before were much warmer tone. And in a picture, that will really change how the colors of, you know, your clothing looks. So that's really important. I also make sure I turn off my blue light filter on my phone. So this is the blue light filter. And when you're taking pictures and editing them, if you have the blue light filter on, you're not going to get an accurate representation of like what your photos actually look like.
And then you post them and then you turn off your filter and you realize that your colors were completely different than you thought.
So it's just a good idea. If you do use a blue light filter, which you totally should at nighttime, just remember to take it off when you're taking photos and editing photos. I'm going to get into it. I started by just compiling most of the stuff in my closet is already on my Depop site. But these are things that are not already on there, and these are things that are not already on there. So I'm always going to take a bottom that I am selling and a top that I'm selling and put them together so that any Depop photo you see, all of the items are for sale. I'm gonna get started with that. Come with me. Here we go. Go and turn my YouTube back on, you know.
Wait, where'd my video go? Ashley, no, you weren't done talking.
Well, how about Jenna?
Did you put a coaster under that butt?
Okay, that was my process a little bit of this, but now I'm gonna speed it up a little bit so you don't have to watch all that every time. But basically, I want to get a front-facing view, a side view that's like more close up. If the piece has any details on it that are like extraordinarily intricate or a cool texture or something like that, I try to get a close-up of that, as well as one shot of the back. So like this shirt has a drop back as well, and so I wanted to make sure that that's included. And then if it has the tag on it, like this piece does, it's still brand new, I took a picture of the tag. So Depop only lets you put 4 pictures on for each item, and that's another reason why I like to pair items up, so that if there's a particular shot that I could not include in that item, like maybe they find it somewhere else, or I don't know. Anyway, that was my first outfit. I am 6 minutes and 25 seconds into the video I was watching, so that's how long it took to shoot the pictures. And then later, if I need to edit them at all, I will, and then posting takes about 7 minutes per item. So I'll show you that process when we get there. Yeah. Alrighty, so those are all the outfits I'm gonna post today. I will show you my process of that in a minute. My apologies, in this next clip JD is practicing and I just totally tune it out these days, so sorry about that. Okay, I am going to try to keep this in focus as much as possible, but this is how I edit my photos. So PixArt is the app I use. I'm gonna go in and add a new photo, and let's go back to the first one we started doing. So, there we are. We're in focus. So basically with this photo, I'm going to straighten it. I'm sorry, Brad, we need to go away. I'm gonna straighten it. Change the perspective a tiny bit. Yes on that. And then we're gonna crop because we don't need that much. And actually, on Depop, all your pictures have to be square. So I think that right there is pretty good. So I'm gonna save that. And there we are. I don't think I need to edit the color too much. You don't want to distort the color so that it doesn't appear
in real life, like.
You basically want good lighting so that your pictures show the true color, which is way, 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 way better than having to go in and edit your colors to be how they are.
It's really hard, like you probably won't make that happen.
So yeah, I'm gonna save this one. Save to my phone, then I can back out and go to the next one. And I'll just do that pretty much over and over. I try to... Okay, I'm gonna change the perspective a tiny bit. And what I'm doing is basically like tweaking the photos just so they look more like straight and stuff, just so that they have the best chance of like selling a person on this item or whatever. Okay, so that's the picture for that one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do that with all the photos, making sure I have 4 photos of each item, but just gonna do this over and over, get these photos kind of how I want them, and then I'll show you the posting process as well. Alrighty, so I've already filled out this description for this product. Okay, so here are my 4 pictures. They are going to show up on the listing first to last. So the first picture is going to be this one, and then as you scroll you'll see the other ones. You also can add an optional video if your fabric has like a specific way it sits, or you want to twirl or something of the sort, I don't know. Description. I always start with a cute title with emojis, just peachy spring top, just to have it like have a fun kind of feel. The very first thing they're gonna read is this, so just get them in a good mindset. Lightly worn deep V top from Forever 21, size medium, still in good condition. And then this is more about like buyer's trust.
So
if you have a good reason that you're getting rid of it, you might want to mention that. Still in good condition. I have wide set and round shoulders, so this neckline just didn't work for me. So I'm not getting rid of it because it is defective or something like that. Now the buyer knows this just didn't work on my shape, and if they have this similar shape, maybe it won't work for them, but if they don't, then it will work better for them. But it is so, so cute. And then you're allowed to have 5 hashtags. I think you're actually allowed to have more than 5 hashtags. You actually have to have 5 hashtags just to help kind of the site navigate your items. And then down here, so it'll ask for your location, your address specifically, so I'm not going to show that. A category, women's tops, subcategory, blouses, the brand, Forever 21, and then size, medium, quantity. If you for some reason are selling a bunch of things and you have like 20 of the same thing or something like that, you can put quantity a few. That way someone can buy multiple, or your listing will stay open for like multiple purchases, because on Depop, once your item gets sold, it gets marked as sold until you change it. Shipping. So this is actually pretty important. There's a couple options. You can arrange your own shipping, which means you have to pay for buying a shipping label and stuff like that. Or you can ship with Depop address, and then this has your package size and it gives you examples. So small top, small purses, hoodies, light jackets, sneakers would be large, heavy boots, winter jackets would be extra large, and then like jewelry would be the smallest. And so those all have different prices depending on the estimated weight of those types of products. So that's actually really helpful because I don't have like a scale necessarily. Not everyone has a scale to like
Measure how heavy this pair of shoes is gonna be.
This is a nice guideline that Depop has. Who pays for shipping? This is also pretty important because if your shipping is $8, basically every time someone buys something, you will pay a small commission to Depop and then the rest will go to you. If you also pay for shipping, you're gonna pay whatever percentage Depop takes and then pay for shipping, and then you get the rest that the buyer spends. And since this is like a secondhand website in the first place, I end up just not making enough of a profit if I pay for the shipping. So I always say buyer will pay, and then the buyer will always see that before they purchase the product that the shipping is included on their end. So once you've filled out all of this, and it does make you fill out all of this, then you can go ahead and post your listing and it will load. Oops, I need to sign into my PayPal, just a moment. So I am sitting at my desk, I have my coffee, I've got my setup, I'm in a chair, but I'm going to sit on my phone while I post these. Mama's Lil Denim, Garden Mama's, High-Low, Mama's, High-Low Skirt, period, period, hashtag denim, stretchy, midi skirt, high-low skirt, midi skirt, skirt, modest, modest. People might be looking for modest, but he left it in the bag with the tag still on. Perfect. Women's wear, bottoms, subcategory,
Bootcut jeans, boyfriend jeans, casual pants, culottes, dress pants, flare pants, high-waisted jeans, jeggings, leggings, overalls, play suits, ripped jeans, shorts, skinny jeans,
skirts.
wide leg jeans, other.
These are all descriptions of different kinds of pants, and then skirts. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. Adding the brand is only when like people are specifically like, I'm looking for Coach, I'm looking for Nike or whatever. But there is a picture in my pictures of the tag, so if they really care, they'll find it there. Depop shipping. Who pays? Buyer will pay. Buyer will pay. Got it. Perfect. Got it. Perfect. Price.
Let's go with a good old 15. Here's my problem with this, is like, I like to have it be the cheapest because the way that I shop, like, I want people to get good deals. But when Depop takes a percentage, you have to think about that when you're putting your price. So my gut reaction is like, this skirt, like, I would find at Goodwill for like $10. So I might put, my gut reaction was like, okay, 12. But then I remember Depop takes a percentage, so I put 15. Just something you have to think about if you're actually trying to like make money on here.
Post listing. Boom ba ba da bum ba 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 ba. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna stop filming here because my light is not fantastic. What's going on here is not fantastic, but It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day. Wow. Wow, that actually looks so fantastic. Okay, I will see you guys later. Alright, so I ended up posting all 6 items today. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. But anyway, thanks for being here. See you next time. If it the